Hello again. So this is just a quick update. It is the middle of July right now, and so just kind of updating on what's been happening in our yard. Right here, these are the lemongrass and a lavender, and chives are still doing great. Up on the rail, I've got a basil, or a Greek basil that was started, and then the sweet basil. Here's the original Greek basil plant that I took the cutting from. And then these are pepper plants, but they're moving real slow. I don't know if they're actually going to produce or not. They look like they have a couple little starts on them and a couple more flowers, but we'll see if they do anything. Down below we have one of the tomatoes, another tomato, and this is the aftermath of my large heirloom. We lost it due to blight, and the other two got it as well, and we tried to salvage as much as we can. We do have some fruit on one of them, and so we stripped it down to basically just one small stem left with some leaves on top, just to get some light going to it, but that's kind of it. We're hoping that it produces anything, that these will be viable fruit. Otherwise, we've lost 3 plants, so really sad about that. Down below we've got some cilantro, and some is turning into coriander, and then some mint hanging in there. And then we have the Italian basil, and then this is one of the other tomatoes. So actually 4 total on the deck. All of them got blight. We had quite a bit of rain for a few days, and it just drowned them, and they just didn't dry out. Recently, we've had about 2 weeks worth of 70 degrees or more, and which is pretty warm in Washington, especially for this time of year. It's been in the mid 80s almost every day, but as low as 70s. This pepper is doing pretty good. I only have 1 pepper on the entire plant, and it looks like something got to it, so I don't know. I'm hoping it's just the stem, but we'll see. We'll have to cut it open and see. But we'll go down in the yard and check out everything else. So this is kind of my herb patch with these volunteers. The volunteers are doing awesome. They're starting to get some flowers on them, and we are training them to go up this lattice right here, and they'll climb. And then of course our rosemary, mint, oregano, and thyme. And here's another one of these volunteers who've got some new shoots and flowers coming in there. And all 4 of them are doing really well. And I don't know if you can really see it, but this is our succulents, and they went to flower, and the bees love it. So they've really just been enjoying that quite a bit. Our calendula has been doing great. It's still kicking in there. Because it's been so dry, they haven't been getting very big, the flowers that is. And but we have been harvesting them for a good couple months now. Pretty much every other day we come out and pick flowers. Our daisies are in full bloom now. And again, due to the dry weather, they're slowing down a little bit, and the next set of flowers is starting to come on, but they're pretty big. These are probably about 4 feet tall right now. And we did have to tie them up because of that. And then our yucca is blooming. It's kind of in the middle of its blooming right now. And we did have to tie it up because the stalks were getting so heavy with flowers. So they are kind of tied up right now to the wall, just so they don't tip over and break. But there are some other ones around town, and they're not nearly as tall. So I feel very proud of our little yucca plant. And then over to our berry patch. We do have, this was the transplant of mint. These were from cuttings from another part in the yard. And it's just doing awesome. It's taking off, so I'm hoping it'll fill in this corner over here. This is our mulberry, or our mulberry. And my son came in and stomped on it. So I'm hoping it didn't kill it all the way. I'm hoping next year it'll come back a little stronger. Our strawberries are doing really well. Again, gardening with a young child is frustrating at times because he wants to eat all the green berries that are huge and producing, so that's been a struggle to keep him away from them. He actually ripped one out of the ground right there, so I tried to salvage what I could of it, and we'll kind of see how it goes. We do have a lot of runners coming out though, and so we're trying to get those runners established, kind of fill in all the little cracks in between, and then just filling in the blank spots. This was originally just 4 plants right here, 2 in the center and then 1 on each end, and so everything else is new. The Tayberry is doing awesome. It only had one berry on there this year. It is just a first-year plant, so I'm not really surprised it didn't fruit. But again, that got taken over by the young'un. These were the strawberries that I managed to salvage from the front baskets, and one of them is actually coming back, and it's got a flower on it, so I'm happy about that. The raspberries are doing awesome. We've been eating off of them. And this is just a first-year transplant. There's my berry stealer right there. And this is one of the tomatoes that I had on the deck, and then as soon as I saw the other ones were having problems, I moved it straight to the backyard, and I'm glad I did because it's doing awesome back here. It does get a little more shade as well. And this raspberry as well. These berries are huge, so I'm excited. They taste delicious. Delicious.
Yeah.
And then these guys, these were the ones I started in the house. Hey, get away from there. No more. There's no more ripe yet. And this one as well. This is another tomato. It's got a couple fruit on it. And this is another one we managed to get off the deck and plant in the backyard and to save it. Gladiolas are getting closer to blooming. This is the first stalk coming up here. And I got some cucumber. So this blueberry went into shock, and we're hoping it'll kind of come back next year, and we'll just kind of wait and see. And then we've got some more squash and cucumbers along this back row that we've just got started. So, take you back and get into the other blueberry. These guys are doing awesome. Just kind of fill them in between where they would fit. And so far they're doing pretty well. I've had to replace a couple of them due to little kid stomping. This one's doing great. And I really should have gotten them in the yard a little sooner, but I just didn't get a chance to. So we'll see how they do. They seem to be doing okay so far. They might just be late blooming. And I did have one more. This is a Russian pickling cucumber that's in here as well. So, and these are a combination of zucchini, yellow zucchini, Longfellow cucumber, and Russian pickling cucumbers. And then we'll go over to the front side where the boxes are. Okay, so our potatoes are blooming here in this first bag. The other two bags still have a little ways to go. So once those are done blooming, we'll wait a couple weeks and then harvest. But it's just about a full bag, full burlap bag of potatoes. And here we've got some yellow peas. There's a couple already. And these are like a wax bean. Or bean rather than pea.
Stop talking with you.
You want to say hello?
Yeah.
Okay, say hello.
Hi.
Okay, so and this is the other garden box. We've got some kale in here and some of the beans. And this is a broccoli. I don't know exactly if it's gonna produce or not. It's kind of got weird and it's been getting eaten a little bit, but I'm just being patient with it. Otherwise, these are some cucumbers as well. They haven't really grown more than where they are right now, but they have been flowering, and the flowers have been opening most days, so bees have been coming to them, so we'll see. This is another potato. We started these ones about a month after those ones, a month or two. And so this is just about 3 weeks worth of growth right here. And we've got another one right there. I'm in this box. Again, we got the carrots. They're doing awesome. They're not quite ready to harvest yet. They're still pretty small. And then just some other things, some Mizuna, some more of the arugula that went to seed, and just some other greens in here. Some spinach that went to seed. Celery, onions are doing pretty well. And the chard that was in there. So we've still been kind of picking out of there as our salad box. This one, this is our salad box too, and it's really slowed down. We do harvest it pretty frequently though. We don't let the leaves get any bigger than about 3 inches, and it's mostly of our salad greens. These again are all of our arugula, and we let go to seed, and we're just waiting for the seeds to come out, and we're harvesting. So I've already pulled at least 100 seeds worth out. And we'll wait till these ones are ready. We still have a little bit more before the pods are ready to open. And there are some carrots in here. And it's funny because these are the same carrots in this box as this box. And for whatever reason, these ones just aren't doing quite as well. So we'll have to see. I know our soil mixture was different for every box, so I'm thinking maybe this one just didn't get mixed as well. That could also be why we had slow growth on a lot of the lettuce. And then into this box, this is our fennel, and we had some more kale in here. We got a cabbage going on, another there, and some more of the sorrel.
I want some sorrel.
Okay, do you like that? What does it taste like?
Yeah, sorrel.
Oh, like sorrel. Oh, okay. And then some bok choy, some red bok choy, and that went to flour as well. And so we're just kind of gonna let it go to seed. And then we do have some cauliflower. That's what these ones are here, 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 and here. And then the 2 cabbage, and the rest are all kale. And there's a couple mizuna and some leaf lettuce in there, as well as the flowers. We've been discovering we have wild yarrow growing, and some of them have been getting a little bit taller. I did actually transplant some to another part of our yard, and seeing if I can kind of get it to grow. And then, of course, our chocolate mint, and our other mint, our dahlias are coming up. They're starting to bloom. And this right here is probably about 3 feet tall, right here. And then we've got some more fennel, and then our peas. And we've been harvesting off of these. Oh, and there's some more of that yarrow, blueberry, and then more peas. These peas, there's one stalk, must have been a different variety, must have been one of the snap peas, because all the rest only got about 2 to 3 feet tall. And so these are the peas here. So they're pretty good. I'm going to actually be freezing these. So I'll shell them out of the pod and then freeze them. And the snap peas we've just been eating as they're ready. But I did harvest a big bowl of them the other day. Along the side of the house, our hostas have been blooming, little purple flowers coming off. Here's some of the other yarrow. It stands about 2 feet tall. And I have harvested some of it for tea, some of the leaves and the flowers. The lemongrass over here isn't doing that great, like as you saw before on the deck. The stuff in the pots is doing a lot better. This is chamomile. It really hasn't done much this year. I'm hoping next year it'll be a little stronger. This is the sheep's bit. These are the ones that are done already. This is what they look like when they bloom. And they're little purple balls of flower. They're really pretty, and the bees really love it. And this is a yarrow that we purchased, and it's just starting to come up to flower. I'm not sure what color it's going to be yet. From what I understand, the wild yarrow is white, like that right there. This may be shades of pinks or reds, possibly yellow. This is the bee balm. That's in full bloom now. And the lungswort's doing really well. It gets a lot of the overspray from the drip line, from the spigot. We need to fix the hardware on that, but a lot of the overshoot goes to that, so it gets plenty of water. And this is another lungswort, and it flowers early in the spring, so didn't really see much of the flowers. And those are the lavenders, so still pretty small. And then of course the construction zone. One of my tea roses is blooming. And this is one of them. There's actually 2 in there. Nice big rose, really pretty. And this is the other one. This was just like a little stump, so I'm really happy it's coming back, and we'll get a trellis up on there shortly. And this is a dill. It's doing awesome. I don't know if you remember seeing it in any of the previous videos. It's pretty small little plant when we started, and it's just grown immensely. And that's going to flower as well. And this is coming up to flower. And our mint transplant's doing really well. It's kicking in there. And our goldenrod has been flowering. And this is still the first year, so it is still pretty small, but these can get up to about 4 feet tall. In the wild, they can get closer to 6 to 8 feet. But nice little yellow flowers on there. And so that's pretty much the update from the yard. There's a couple little things under the deck rail that I added more recently. This tomato's hanging on there. We've got some fruit coming on. One little one's starting to ripen. And the marigolds up top are doing awesome. And then down below I did transplant another mint cutting. And then we've got some more lemon thyme down here as well. And a different variety of marigold and violets in the back. This strawberry I'm actually going to transplant to the back with the rest of them. It's just not doing very well in the basket. None of the ones on the front did very well this year. This one, I don't know if I just put too many in there, but none of the berries have been very big. Nothing bigger than a quarter. And they should have been based on the type of variety they were. And they are ever-bearing, so I'm hoping that if we'll keep them going and see. We've got some new ones coming in, so we'll see how it goes. But thanks for watching.